ready.
Let's do it. Guys, my goodness, I know it's been a long time, but we are back to the Keeping It Real Estate podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Jarrell Fields. I love it here. And I love it here so much that I decided to bring it back. I want to introduce the first guest of, let's call it the new season. None other than one of Noir's finest. Definitely one of Noir's tallest. My dog, I call her Big Rage Dog, Miss Raija Woods. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. Feels good to be back in this little seat talking on the podcast and stuff again.
Yeah.
You doing all right, though?
Yes.
Love
happy
it,
2026.
Yes, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We are, at this point, 5 days into the new year? Mm-hmm. You got any New Year's resolutions?
No, I do away with those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do instead?
I do a word of the year.
Yes, that's me.
I do a word of the year to set the tone. New Year's resolutions, that just feels so heavy.
They are.
Yeah.
They really are. And
so
it's
heavy.
almost like definite, right? Yeah. It's almost like if I don't do it, my year is shot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. What's your word?
Elevate.
Elevate. I did see a post that you made the other day that said that. Tell me about it. Why'd you choose elevate?
Oh, elevate has like a few different meanings to me, but elevate means like a higher standard, raising the bar. And so that's really what I want to do in everything, business and life. My personality and showing that and showcasing that, my style, just everything. I just want to take it to another level.
Yeah, love it. Before we get too far into this too, I want to do two things, right? One, you're going to see people walking in and out of the background. Why? Because we're in an office. We're in our office and people are working, okay? We sell houses. You know, we work with our clients all the time. I'm not going to stop the background from backgrounding, okay? So if you see people, wave at them or just letting you know that you'll probably see them later on down the podcast. And two, I want Raija to tell us a little bit about herself so that way y'all can get a chance to get to know her. Let the world know who Raija Woods is.
Yeah, so my name is Raija Woods, also known as Raija the Realtor. I'm a Michigan native, so born and raised in Benton Harbor, Michigan, very small town, and you probably never heard of it, but that's okay. I moved to Charlotte in April, makes 8 years.
Jeez, you been here that long? I didn't know you were here that long.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, so I graduated college, and I was like, I'm over this. Like, I'm not doing this. Winter is cold. I'm not doing it no more. And so I just packed up my car and moved. And I've been here ever since. So, yeah. What could I say about me? So, obviously, I'm tall. Like, Jarrell's always going to lead with that. I'm 5'10", so it's one of the first things that people notice about me. I would say I'm a little introverted. Very much obsessed with details when it comes to real estate, when it comes to fashion, when it comes to pretty much everything. I'm very observant, so I always notice things that other people don't. But it's because I don't talk a lot. I'm listening. What else? I like to travel. I like to read, eat, write. And yeah, that's about it.
That's good. That's a whole bunch of stuff. I'll listen. Somebody asked me to introduce myself. I'm like, yeah, you know, I do this, I do that. You know, find me somewhere in between. Nah, that's cool. So you say you just pick Charlotte. What'd you do? Circle the map and just put your finger on the area?
No, I had a couple cousins that live here.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
My entire immediate family is in Michigan or somewhere in the Midwest. But I have some cousins that live here around my age. I visited a couple times, and I was just like, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
Nothing. Nothing down here.
Exactly.
So 8 years you've been here. How long you been in real estate?
I've been in real estate for 5. This year makes my 5th year anniversary.
Man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
2021.
5 years.
It's 2026, so yeah, 5
Wait,
years.
2021 was your first year?
2021 was the year I got licensed.
Got licensed, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I count that as, been licensed for 5 years.
And then you came, when you first got licensed, where'd you go work?
Costello,
that's right. So that was your first location.
Costello was my first stop.
Tell the people the story about how we met and how we ended up here.
So I joined Costello. It was a recommendation from somebody on, I think, Facebook. And joined Costello. I, appreciated the culture and everything that Costello was doing. So joined Costello, and then I saw that Jarrell had this all-black team. It was called NÖIRE Group. And I was like, man, I need to get on that team. Like, I need help, for one. And, they seem to be doing very well. And they seem like a cool group of people. And I want to be a part of that. So I reached out to Jarrell, and I shot my business shot. And I'm no stranger to shooting my shot. period. But I shot my business shot, and we had a meeting. We sat down, we met, we went over some things, and you told me to circle back Q2.
Yep.
And I did. I mean, I'm talking like 8 a.m. April 1st.
April 1st. April 1st.
I was like, you told me to circle back.
I was like, dang. I did, didn't I? Yo,
yeah,
I
what's
was
up?
shocked. Yeah, no, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, and so I did. I circled back, and you let me know that you were actually going to start your own firm.
Yep.
And so then NÖIRE Group would be its own firm and not a team at Costello. And I was like, oh, wow, that's dope. And you were like, I appreciate your follow-up game, and I want you to be a part of this. And I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's how it all happened.
That's so dope. That's so dope. I remember that like it was yesterday, because I knew you from the office space, but I didn't know you personally. And I was like, yeah, just checking. And you know what's crazy? I do that to a lot of people. Not necessarily out of not caring and not wanting to chat, but I do it to a lot of people because I forget stuff.
Yeah.
So it's more of keep me in line. And
Yeah.
if you don't care to keep me in line, then you don't take it serious enough. And I did it with Trinity. When I told Trinity to email me, I was like, ain't no 18-year-old going to email me. And she did. And the same thing with you. Like, hey, follow up with me. Hit me up Q2 and we'll make some things shake. But yeah, no, I love a good follow up. I really do. And it just speaks volumes to who somebody is as a business person, who they are in their personal lives. Like, you can learn a lot about somebody by their willingness to follow up and their commitment to hearing yes or no.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So what got you into real estate? I know we're jumping all over the place, but what got you into real estate?
So I've always had like a passion for housing. And so my mom owns her home, and I remember that being a great shift. I was 14. It was a pivotal time. I was going to high school. So I'll never forget just the feeling and how relieved she felt and how our quality of life improved. And so that feeling is something that I realized everybody should feel, one, and I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So generational wealth, obviously, is a major, major thing for me, and just assisting people. Like, I think helping people gives me a sense of purpose.
Yeah. And do you feel like you still have that same purpose now, or do you feel like your clients give you that urge to keep going?
Yes.
Yeah, I think my biggest question to people is what keeps you going,
Yeah.
right? And if you have a reason of why you got into the industry, I think it has to be strong enough to keep you in the industry. So, I mean, I know personally, just being your broker in charge, I know the things that you deal with. Describe some of the bumps and bruises that people don't necessarily talk about with real estate. They see it on social media. They see everybody dressed up and celebrating closing days, but like, give people a glimpse into the ups and downs of real estate and what made you you.
Yeah, so the ups and downs of real estate is when you're up, it feels great. It feels amazing, right? You're helping people, you get into the closing table, you get into the bag, can't forget that.
Yeah. We don't do it for free.
But the downs sometimes feel when you have like a dry season or the day after closing where it dawns on you, all right, I'm done with that. What's next? And then sometimes you have different bumps and bruises along the way. So for me, I had surgery. I was on bed rest for about 6 weeks, and it slowed me down physically, but mentally, I would say it definitely affected me, but it gave me a sense of like, I have to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, I have to keep going, and I can't stop here. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that it happened overall, but it was hard.
Yeah, I mean, talk about that too. Like, that came at a time where you had just quit your job. Like, you were full-fledged, like, I'm doing real estate full time, and then boom, surgery. It was like God sat you down. It was like, not yet, right? So like, talk about that moment. And because I remember, like, that first week, you was like, all right, I'm doing this, I'm going here. And then it's like, I got to have surgery. Or you didn't even tell nobody you had surgery. You just popped up with a slice on your neck, and everybody like, what the hell happened to Razia? So, I mean, just talk about that, because that, again, even just your plan of what you wanted to see for yourself was kind of sidelined by that surgery.
Yeah.
So talk about that if you're open to it.
Yeah, so the end of 2023, I actually prayed. I wanted to quit my full-time job. I wanted to do real estate full-time. I wrote down a date. That date would be my last day at my full-time job. And even though it was scary, I stuck to that. I did that, and I actually knew early 2024 I had a tumor. and that there was a possibility I would have to have surgery. But since I wrote that date down, I was like, I'm leaving, because that's what God told me to do.
Yep.
And so I did leave my job, and I left my job March 22nd, 2024, and I had surgery April 29th, 2024. So almost a month or so later. And so I had a golf ball sized tumor on my thyroid. And I don't have cancer. Everything is fine. No radiation follow-up was necessary, but it was a large tumor. And so it didn't need to be, my whole thyroid had to go. But no, I didn't tell anybody.
No, not one bit.
I told only a handful of people. One, I don't want people, I don't want to say I don't want people worrying about me, but I don't want, sometimes you have to be careful about the things that you share just because of the energy you might receive. And I just didn't want people to worry and then worry me, because I knew I would ultimately be physically fine, but the, mental journey was something that was tough, which is why I was so, I was eager to share with everybody once I was okay, that, because I knew I would need my support system.
Man, let me tell you, because I saw that, I said, hold up, Raija, you had surgery, and the crazy part about it is I'm such a I've been in positions to where people call me on their worst days. I've listened to agents cry. I've listened to agents, just vent, talk about things that are happening right now. I had an agent call me, I don't want to say it, but I had an agent call me in her worst moment. You know what I mean? And it's like, dang. And then I see Raija pop up with a scar on her neck. I'm like, hold up, Raija ain't called me. So I didn't get offended, but I realized, like, people process things differently. But for me, I took that as, dang, like, Raija really battled this alone. And we built such a good culture with, Noir, that I was like, man, she didn't have to. So the fact that she did was brave of her, for one, but also I could tell it was, that's a lonely space to be in. Yeah, that's rough.
For sure.
Well, congratulations on that. I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
Yeah, glad no tumor. Glad no cancer. All of that stuff. I'm glad all that's gone. What let's talk. I mean, I know it's early 2026. Again, 5 days into the new year. Let's talk about this rebrand. Right. What went into that rebrand?
Oh, you said what went into it?
Yeah, what went into it? What was the reason for it? And then how'd you come up with the new logo, and what does it mean? All of that.
Yeah, so what went into this rebrand? I just feel like I needed new. I just needed new. I feel like everything that I've been doing so far has got me to this point. And, it has worked to a certain extent, but I'm just ready to, again, take it to another level. I'm ready to elevate everything. So with elevation comes change, comes newness. And so my brand, I needed a new logo. I needed, just a new vision and a new way to execute all the things that live up here. Because we talked about that. Like, I keep some things close to me, and I don't always say them out loud. But when I said them out loud to you, like, I want to rebrand, you was like, all right, one-on-one, let's meet, let's do it. And so just wanting to get everything that's in my head out, because I have some really great ideas that I'm ready to execute and share. And so, that's where the rebrand came from. I'm just ready to elevate.
I think this is the perfect time to do so. I think every opportunity you get to allow people to see who you are at that very moment, right? Because every brand shouldn't last forever, right? Wells Fargo has changed their logo 4 times. Like, all of these companies change their logo because it now ties to how they are right now and what they're doing right now. So I think a rebrand is always necessary at the right moments. And once you've faced what you've faced and you want to change, the rebrand is the perfect way to move forward. Yeah. So I saw you, you changed the logo a little bit. What'd you do to change the logo? Is there any significance to the logo design?
Yeah, so I feel like my logo represents growth. It is a lot more simple than my previous logo, which I am in love with. I make my logos myself because content is something, editing content and just, the details, again, are something that's really important to me. I feel like if I ask somebody to do my logo, they might be capable, but we're going to have to go back and forth a few times before I'm satisfied, and I'm the only one that really knows what I want. So I do my own logo, but I wanted it to be simple. I wanted it to represent, I wanted for it to be something you could see and you could just immediately attach it to me and my brand, and so it's very simple. But I think it looks elevated, although more simple than my first logo. So yeah, I think it represents everything that I'm doing.
No, I couldn't agree more. I think I love sharp. I love being able to look at somebody's logo and know exactly what they do, right? And I think, and even if it doesn't tell you exactly what you do, it should at least draw questions and say, well, what does that mean?
Right.
That way you can use it as a conversation piece and a branding opportunity, right? Like I think that's always important. People don't dive too much into their brands. Everybody just wants to make a logo, but they don't think about what the logo actually means for their business and how people view it.
Yeah.
Right. So what would you say if we talk about your clients, right? Like I think being in the industry for 5 years, you've experienced some crazy things. You've had to experience some crazy deals, some really good deals.
Yeah.
Give me a horror story, or give me one of the deals that happened and you go, I cannot believe this happened.
Oh, I have a few, but my favorite story to talk about is my first deal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, please let the world
My
in on
very
your
first deal. It's so funny because people that I meet, they are like,
nobody believes it.
Either they don't believe it, they're like, what? And they've never heard it before.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've told the story so many times, but it never gets old. So
Keep telling it. I done told my story plenty of times. Keep telling your story.
my very first deal, I was paid $1. $1. That was my commission. My commission was $1. And it was a rental client. It was a rental client. However, if you know, rental clients are just as, like, it's just as time consuming because you're still going and opening doors. You're still answering questions. You're still doing research. And they paid me $1. And I have this framed.
Yes.
I have this framed.
She's not lying.
I have this framed. I will drop photos of this framed picture once this is released because I framed that because that was my motivation.
Yeah.
That really makes me feel like I have to keep going. If you can keep going after that.
And it don't get no worse.
I mean, what?
It don't
$1?
get worse. It don't get worse than that.
I don't even know if I cashed it. I don't even know where the check at. I wish I knew where the actual
Rach,
check was.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you've probably already spent it.
a million times.
You probably already spent
but
it.
It's like, I don't, because it costs more to cash the check.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what
It costs more to make the check
like really
than it did to send it to you.
played in my face so bad. But my clients were the best group I could have asked to work with. They were a couple, best set of people I could ask to work with. They were happy. And I will say this. If they knew I was getting paid $1, they would have probably been so sad and so like, wow, they would have felt bad. But the quality of my service never has reflected that my first commission check was $1.
Yeah.
I put my big girl pants on and was like, on to the next.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to get double for my trouble. And that's okay. So,
man, to hear that again. I'm sorry to keep laughing, but I'm going to laugh every time you tell that story because that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And
agents do not know. Like agents do not. Everybody wants to be a real estate agent. I talk to so many people. I'm getting my license. I'm about to do this. I'm like, all right, do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
That's
but
cute.
What are your expectations?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest.
No, but they need to hear that though.
Yes,
because
they need to hear this.
even if you get paid $1, will you still show up?
That's going to test your why.
You're getting paid $10,000.
Yes. But that really tests your why. The reason you
Yes.
got into the industry was because you love to service people. All right, we're going to test that. How much you really love to service people. You got $1.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
like, I think that's it's a great way to test why you're doing what you're doing.
Yep. It is. I agree. I couldn't agree more. I mean, and I was pissed when it happened.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was pissed when it
But
happened.
now it's motivation.
And it's a part of my testimony.
That's it. You man, listen. What they say, there's no testimony without a test.
Yep.
That was a good test. All right, well, since you're down in the dumps, let's lift you back up. Give me a good story. Give me one of your favorite
I have
deals.
several. I have more good stories than I do any bad stories.
Give me one. Give me a good one. Give me a good.
Ooh, I have so many. One of my favorite stories is being connected to women that are like me. Like I realize my audience is most likely going to be mid 30s, late 20s,
Yes.
you know, career oriented, likely single, maybe and more than likely black, but love it because very much relatable. And I'm
Yes.
big on, you know, being yourself so that the people that are looking for you can find you. And so working with people that are like me, because I'm paying attention to details and what are important to them. And that, I would say, working with women like that has been my absolute favorite. And I have two clients that come to mind, both nurses. They actually live in the same exact neighborhood
Really?
because they were interested in the same exact thing. Made my life easy,
Yeah.
but love them to death. Still talk to both of them, but just working with women that look like me, and you know, representation matters,
Yes.
which is why Noir was, you know, is
Yeah.
and was so important to me when I first joined and reached out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's the best part is helping women that remind me of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to preach it until the end. Is relatability is key, right? This is we are not in sales. We just so happen to have a transaction involved. We are so much involved in a relationship business
Yes.
that you have to relate. People don't work with those that they don't like.
You know.
And if somebody likes you, it's a lot easier for them to want to work with you.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think people don't, they take it lightly, right? And they go, oh, I'm gonna sell this, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, 40 sales this year, I'm gonna do 50, 100 sales. That's 100 relationships minimum that you gotta create. Is it possible? Yeah, but what goes into creating those relationships and them being genuine and true?
Right.
Let's see how you do.
Right.
And just a testament to what you just said, right? You like to listen to people. Raija is the best gift giver ever. Like, ever. I've never seen somebody give gifts the way Raija gives gifts. Like, it is crazy. It is insane. And I'm like, Raija, I said that 6 months ago under my breath. How'd you hear it? And you're like, I was listening. But I believe it.
By the end of the transaction, I know my client's favorite team, favorite color, favorite song, favorite almost anything. Because they don't realize the details that they're telling me as we're having conversations. But
let me tell you, I don't. I'll be like, look, let me get you these wine glasses.
It's a real skill. It's a real skill. I don't know. And I have this way of making people feel like, you know, they are the number one priority.
Yeah.
Like, all of them, everybody.
Yeah, for sure. I remember we had that Secret Santa a couple of years ago, remember? And I was like, please let Raija be my gift giver. Please, I love everybody, but if Raija is giving me a gift, I'm going to love it more. I know I will. Matter of fact, I still got it. It's right over there.
Yep.
It stays in the office.
I did pull your name, and you had no clue.
Yep. Can you grab that? I'm going to put it on camera. You grab that right there. It's that little plaque. Nope, next to it. I'm going to put that on camera. We got to let the world know. Yep, right there. Raija got me this. What was this? 2 years ago?
I have a way with words because...
Yeah, look at that.
Yes,
2 years ago she got me
Fields.
For Christmas. A Secret Santa. That was I was like, man, so thoughtful. And it's been in the office ever since. Appreciate it. It's been in the office ever since because I need people to see that. And we made a shirt out of it.
Yep.
Right. Everything is a brand opportunity.
Yes. Entrepreneur.
Yes.
That was dope.
I don't know how you did that. You was
I
on
don't either.
You was on your Cassidy moment, your freestyle.
Yeah, that was before ChatGPT. That was all me.
Yeah.
On me, by the way.
We take that. What do you think? We'll tie in some more stuff. What do you think is I don't want to say what you think. What's your favorite part about being a part of this culture?
My favorite part about being it's like family.
Family?
I feel like we're like family.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like no question is a stupid question.
Yeah.
You can come and you can ask a question to anybody and everybody is just themselves. Like, it's so authentic.
Yeah.
Like, you do not have to put on this facade or portray to be something because we all realize the business is hard. We all have ups. We all have downs.
Yeah.
We're all working toward the same goal. So I would say that's the best part is authenticity and family.
And how important is that in selecting a brokerage, right? Like
Extremely.
as far as your growth and you're in the industry, how important has that been to your growth?
Well, to my growth business-wise, extremely, because there are things that you won't know. There are scenarios that you will not have experienced, but there are other people that are willing to help you and walk you through those experiences and help you navigate those. But personally, on a personal level, I'm not from here. I said earlier, my entire immediate family, my mom, my parents, my grandparents, siblings are in the Midwest. And so finding a firm that feels like family is extremely important because it pours into one of the reasons why I'm able to stay around here.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
Yeah.
But and I can see it. I think for me, people ask me about the firm, and I go, don't ask me. Ask the people that are there, because I'm gonna give you one perspective, and that it's a overall like, hey, I love how they do this, I love how they do that. But ask a agent, man. That's the best way to do it. So how we wrap up most of these interviews. You got to give me 2 golden nuggets, right?
Okay.
Something that you would tell a brand new agent that's coming into the industry. Just 2 words or 2 tips. It could be your favorite scripture and tie it into that. It could be just big key piece of advice that you would give any brand new agent. But give me 2 pieces.
Find your people. Find your people, and not only what looks good, but what feels good. Find your people. Find the people that make you feel good when it comes to, your business and growing your business, and that don't gatekeep. So not only what looks good, but what feels good, and what's a good fit for you personally. And I would also say, and I said this earlier, but this is my thing. Be yourself so that the people that are looking for you can find you.
Yeah.
Everybody else
100%.
is taken. Everybody else is taken. Everybody already know how I am and who I am, and I'm consistent. Why? Because it's me. It's who I am. And you said favorite scripture, so I'm going to add a third one. My favorite scripture is Ephesians chapter 3, verses 20 through 21.
Okay.
Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us, to him be glory in the church and in Christ Jesus throughout all generations, forever and ever. Amen. That's my favorite scripture, because immeasurably more.
I love that.
Immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. That's so powerful, because even more than I can even imagine.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah.
Man, I love that. The doors of the church are open.
Yes.
I love
always
that.
over
I
here.
love that.
Always.
No, that's fire. And that's another part to being around us, man. I walked in here one day and praise and worship was going on with Kiera and Akeem.
That's the only way you're going to stay sane in real estate.
Akeem had his Bible. I was like, man, I love this. Like that energy is amazing. All right, so I finished the podcast. Always finish the podcast where you get an opportunity to ask me one question.
Yes.
It's your opportunity to ask me whatever you want, and then I answer it.
So this is a question that I've been posing for the past week, because y'all know my word is elevate. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna wear y'all down with that.
Yeah.
What's your word of the year?
Pivot. Pivot's my word this year. I've been doing a word ever since 2015, the year my daughter was born. Giving myself a word, and this year is pivot, and it's not in a bad way or a good way. I think it's just I want to be able to put myself in situations and get out of them somehow, some way, navigate through them, but be able to handle whatever's thrown at me, right? And I think every situation involves a pivot. And every situation involves you taking it, analyzing it, and deciding which way to go.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm truly tapping into analyzing everything from top to bottom and figuring out, okay, I'm here at this crossroad. Which way am I turning? And I'm going to stand firm in it every time. And that's my word.
I love that word.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm like all year
Before
long.
you even had an explanation.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, no, it's I was following somebody on TikTok the other day, and the lady was talking about these 365 buttons. I don't know if y'all got the same timeline as me, but this lady got 365 buttons for every day of the year. And somebody in the comments said, "Well, what you gonna do with these buttons?" She was like, "You gonna collect them every day? What you gonna do with them?" And she was like, "It only has to make sense to me. I don't have to explain it to you guys."
That's right.
So I was like, "Oh, that's fire." So if y'all go on TikTok right now and type in 365, it's gonna keep y'all busy for about an hour. But that 365 buttons is fire.
No, I like that.
That's it. Well, Raija, look, let everybody know how they can get in touch with you. Let's say a client sees this, how can they reach out to you? Where's your access points?
So I am on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Raija the Realtor. That's Raija, the Realtor. Facebook, Raija Woods. You can find me pretty much everywhere with Raija the Realtor, even Cash App. So yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny? I'm sold by Real on Cash App and Venmo. So you're right. That's crazy. That's a good one.
Yeah, and my link tree is in all my bios. So if you have any questions, if you want to read my bio, if you want to submit a form, if you're interested in me working with you and you working with me, you can find me.
My dog, Big Rage Dog. You already know how you can find me. Sold by Real on every single platform you can think of. And I'm now going to include Cash App and Venmo. Find me everywhere at Sold by Rail.
That's right.
But tap into the podcast. We are back to Keeping It Real Estate Podcast. It is going to be on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcast. So we're back. And I'm
back.
super happy to bring it back with you. Got some more Noir agents that's going to be joining us this season. Really just trying to put everybody on. Y'all need to know who we are, what we do, and, just our flavor, our flow, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to tap in next time. Till next time, we out.